Hello, chess friends! This is brought to you by Chess and Geek!
Hello, fellow chess assassins and chess friends. This video is all about setting tactical targets. What are tactical targets? In general terms, a tactical target is a vulnerability or weakness in your opponent's position. If you're playing chess on a higher level, then a tactical target is any piece that may hinder your pieces from getting to a particular square or a desired square. For example, the d4 square. So therefore, black's pawn on e5 can be a tactical target in its position. Now the bishop is beautifully placed on the h2 to b8 diagonal. So the e5 pawn was a tactical target for white. Now, as a result of getting rid of the e-pawn, now the d6 pawn is weakened. Now the d6 pawn can be a target for white in this position. Not only does white complete development, but all the pieces are strategically placed. Notice how black's minor pieces on the king side are blocked in, still undeveloped on their original home squares. So what does black do? Castle to the queen side. Therefore, all of the pawns surrounding black's king are tactical targets for white. Not only do you exploit weaknesses, but you create them. The pawn will advance to a6 to try and loosen up black's queen side where the king is castled. Notice the piece coordination. The knight on a4, the queen on b4, and the bishop on f4 all exploit the weakness of the d pawn and also the weakness of the b pawn. Neither pawn can recapture. Both pawns are pinned, and white exploits this. Here, the knight is placed on e5 to try and blockade the d pawn. But white has immense pressure on the opponent's position. And when you have pressure on your opponent's position, the objective is to increase the pressure. Bishop to b5. Now the bishop is placed along the e8 to a4 diagonal. And now white's queen side forces all spring into action. Check. After double attacking the knight on c6, only after then does white decide to capture the pawn on d6. This will lead to a discovered check, winning black's queen. Rook to d8, discovered check, and the queen falls. Notice the pawns on a6 and b6. They are two squares away from promotion. When a pawn reaches the 6th rank, it is about equivalent to a piece. And after recapturing on e8, then white delivers checkmate. Pawn to b7, check, and checkmate. In this game you're about to watch, the person who's playing the white pieces is a novice, and the person who's playing the black pieces is advanced. What is the difference? Well, for starters, black has 2 pieces developed, while white has no pieces developed, but a bunch of pawn moves, and finally develops the bishop to f4. Black, who is the advanced player, understands that timing is everything. Now what is a checkmate in 1? Knight to f3 is checkmate. Question: what is the one thing that novice chess players and titled chess players have in common? Answer: they all make strange looking moves. Both novices and titled players break principles, but for completely different reasons. In this final example, we're going to see both players make moves, normal looking moves. Queen to c7. It's not enough to just make moves because they look normal, but you have to understand why the moves are being made. The queen on c7 turns out to be misplaced. Knight to f5. Now white has a good grip on the light squares. Capturing, and after the recapture, now the g file is open. Half open. g6. Now bishop to g5 is played with the idea of removing the defender of the d5 square. And after doing so, the opponent resigns after I played my knight to d5. Knight to d5 forks both the queen and the bishop. And no matter what black does, the bishop on f6 is lost.